Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, and welcome to the Social Psychic Radio Show, featuring Jason Zook. In uncertain times, we must change our focus and priorities. This show will highlight social justice issues with the goal of expanding minds and increasing unity, love, and mutual respect for ourselves and our planet. We support the Black Lives Matter movement. Our show aspires to promote social spirituality, which simply means that by coming together, we can solve any of our problems, including the goal of bringing an end to all forms of hate, discrimination, bias, or oppression. We must protect our environment, reform our criminal justice system, and protect every citizen from police brutality. When we come together, it becomes possible to bridge the gaps that plague our society and divide us from within. We the people means everyone.
Hello and welcome to the Social Psychic Radio Show. This is Jason Zook. It's with great pleasure that I have everyone back on a Monday afternoon. It's today, March 22nd. I'm very happy to have you on the line today. We do have some callers, and I just look forward to taking every call this evening, and we'll start right away. And I have 551 as our first caller. Hi, 551.
Hi.
This is Jason Zook. Welcome to the show.
Hi, this is Tasha.
Hi. Hi, Tasha.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Where are you calling from?
Today I'm calling from Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Perfect. Welcome. And what question do you have you want me to look into for you?
Just about purchasing a home. How did you see that going for me?
Are there currently any applications that are pending? Because I don't see you doing that yet.
Not yet, just starting the process.
Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't see anything in the works yet. I saw something coming up for you towards late summer. I feel like 3 to 4 months away, you have a good possibility of looking into something. There's stuff that you're considering, like locations, and you got a good shot at getting it. It's just planning it out and making the transition to it and financing for it.
Yes.
I see the financing.
Okay.
That comes your way, though. But you got to. Before you even start the process, I would research it, and I feel like you're going to talk to someone who's very well-versed in this stuff, somebody who's going to lead you in the right direction.
Okay, perfect. That's really good to know. There's like so much stuff going on in my life right now, so that was like one of the big things. I just moved, so I'm like,
okay.
I wanted to do that. And,
it's interesting you say that you just moved, because I literally got you landing, like your feet planted, and I see literally the dust settling from your move right now. How many weeks ago did you move, or how many months ago?
Officially 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, I see the
everything.
dust settling. That's what I'm saying, about 4 months from now, because you're still getting acclimated to things. But I do see positive. August is a good month to consider potentially where you're going to put yourself settle down kind of thing.
Okay.
Something about August.
August.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you happen to just see school? Because that's like the other thing, is school and the housing.
Interestingly enough, while you were asking me earlier, I was seeing school districts, and I saw you looking at different places for yourself. What was your question about school? Because I want to make sure I get that, focused on the right question for you on there.
Do you actually see me going back for a higher degree? Or
I do. You're gonna look into that starting in the fall.
Okay.
What's that?
Do you know what it is? I know I might be pushing it.
I see you getting a specialization in something you're very passionate about, and you have like 2 different areas you're looking at, but there's something with speech and looking at with people and working closely. So whatever it is that you're going to be working with is going to be something you enjoyed a lot of reward with.
Okay. I'm trying to see if it's like a law school or law school or.
I see you. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a lawyer myself, even though I'm a psychic. But
the image,
I get clairvoyant, meaning like I see things when you ask the question. The image I saw was you presenting in front of a group of people. So to me, that would be either reflective of something with presentation or something. It could be lawyering too, because keep in mind, you present all the time in front of groups of people when you go to trial, when you negotiate. I see you move. Yeah, I had an image, so I didn't actually see clearly if you were like in a courtroom or if you were, but I felt like you'd be doing, if you did law, you'd be doing ADR stuff, alternate dispute resolution stuff, so you may not wind up in the courtroom either.
Okay.
It might be something you get involved in with mediations.
Okay. MBA or I was a nursing practitioner. That's
I get you more with the law side or the business side than I see you as a nurse.
Okay, no problem.
That much I can clarify for you.
Okay, great.
You're also going to do something with, do you have any animals yet?
Yes, I do. I have 2 cats that are right next to me.
Okay. You might have an additional pet in your family at some point in the future, because I see an animal coming to you that even gives you more enjoyment than what you've had with the 2 you already have.
Okay. Perfect.
There's someone in your life interested in you that you haven't really been necessarily seen eye to eye with, by the way. There's somebody I see, their energy kind of confuses you. They're very unpredictable.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like the guy I talked to.
Nah, let it go slow. Don't jump in any decisions. Let it go slow, especially with your move and everything you're doing right now. I feel like over the next 90 days, if you let things go slow, you'll have better clarity with your situation with him and in general.
Okay. Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't look at those as negative. I'm a little different. When I talk to people about their relationships, I tell people you could be in a really, you could be attached or with a person that may not on paper be someone you line up with, but if you work so damn hard to make it work, it can work. You're just going to give up some stuff, or the other person's got to work extra hard too. I believe in free will. So if you're struggling with somebody and you love each other and you get counseling and you work together, there's a possibility too you can make things work. It just depends on free will and how well, the two of you want to work at it.
I don't mind it. I'm in the phase of I'm still young and dating. I just don't.
Yes.
When I try to walk away all the time, but this person doesn't leave, not forcefully, but it's just really confusing. So I keep them as a friend. But I don't. I'm trying to get more clarity as to what it is and what keeps him around.
Well, it's an interest in you, but it's also his incapacity of settling and making things serious. Or he's not settled yet. I feel like in the future he will be, but not now. So if you're able to wait it out another 6 months with each other, maybe by then you'll feel more on the same page. I feel like there's a 6-month gap between your timing with each other.
Okay.
The good news is,
state, so.
Yeah, I'll just say that's why I said 6 months, because I feel like by August you're going to really see where you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to be, who you want to be with, how long you want to stay in one spot, because I see you staying in the spot you're moving to right now for a while.
Okay, perfect, because I'm a mover.
You're going to be a mover and a shaker in the future.
You said
it's going to go well.
In the what?
I said you're going to be a mover and a shaker, meaning you're going to get things done in the future. So just keep that in mind for yourself.
I do it. They call me that. They say that all the time about me now, but I'm always traveling and stuff like that. And do you see settling down soon, family stuff?
No,
or am I,
not settling down like that for a good 2 years. 2 years.
Okay, I figured that sounds like me.
All right.
Great. Thank you so much. I
appreciate you calling in. Thank you for supporting the show. I'll leave you off so you can listen, but thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always great to have our first caller for the week. I'm going to call on 770. Hi, 770. Welcome to the show. This is Jason Zook.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Maddie.
Jason, do you help with dreams?
Do I ever dream?
Do you help with dreams?
I can, depending on the nature of the question. Just depends on if I get information that responds to what you're asking. So, sure.
Well, I dream of numbers, and few nights ago, I dreamt 98516, and I kept repeating it out loud. I kept repeating that number. I woke up repeating that number. Now, and I added all the numbers up, and it came to 2911. And a couple of nights ago, I dreamed of 533. And I added, that came to 11.
Yeah.
I mean?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm just writing down my notes.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
And I saw numbers in a dream last night, but I don't recall that it was a phone number. But I don't recall, but the dream was about I went on a plane to another planet, Mars, and I was surprised to see that people live on that planet. And I saw the number clear as daylight, but it was a phone number, but I couldn't see. And I'm trying to figure out what are these numbers 11-2 is speaking to me about.
I mean, a lot of times, I'll give you an example. I believe in numbers myself, and I was going to say, dreams and numbers do resonate very strongly with me, and I believe it's angel numbers. I believe in synchronicity, and I think there could be something at work here with the 2911, which is the 98516, the first number you mentioned, 533. When you add those two, I see the pattern of 11 and 11. I don't know if you saw that with those first two numbers in your dreams.
Yeah, 98561. Anyway, it added up to 29, and the other number was 533, which is 11, 8, and it's 33 also.
Yeah, and they're all derivatives of like being around with at least for the when I look at things, you look for patterns. So what's the pattern that's being conveyed to you? I see, for some reason, intuitively, my looking at that, I saw the pattern with the number 11. And number 11, if you look at angel numbers, represents new beginnings. It's not perfect here coming through, but there's a 11, the 33, and the, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm just seeing that's the pattern I'm looking at when I look at this. Synchronicity comes sometimes in a cryptic way. So I'll give you an example. And this is how I look at synchronicity, just to give you an idea. I was thinking about a new big opportunity I have coming up. I'm super excited about it. Haven't heard about it officially yet, but if I get it, it's going to change my life, right, in many ways. Right, and I'm sitting there, and I went in the car. I went to Dunkin' Donuts last week, went through the drive-thru because of COVID. I'm still going through drive-thrus, and my receipt was 888. And I was like, okay, can I keep that receipt for a minute? And I looked at it, and 888 is a number of prosperity. It's a number of big things coming up ahead. So a lot of times people say, well, you can get that any time. You can get that any place. That's not how synchronicity works. Synchronicity works, at least my understanding of it the last several years. It's in response to something you've been thinking about, something you've been pondering with. So if there's something in your mind that you're pondering with, and there's something that you've been concerned about, then these numbers through the dreams are supposed to give you a reassurance, validity, clarity, greater understanding on your journey. And so that's something to dive into and look at. Now, for you to ask me in a few minutes, what's my interpretation on that? I see prosperity and I see opportunity coming to you in greater clarity in the future. And I feel like whatever those dreams have been popping in your head, yes, a dream to Mars sounds out there, right? Oh, I'm on a plane and I'm on a spacecraft and I'm flying to Mars and here's the number I got. Or I've had I've had dreams that seem factually like it won't happen in my lifetime, and then numbers come through, and then it reinforces something I've been thinking about, that something's going to get resolved, and there's new opportunities on the way. So I see something like in reference to not something that's going to fail for you. I see positivity out of this. So whatever is coming through for the dreams is being shared with you to feel comfortable about things and not to read too far into your own fears or worries or concerns.
Right, okay.
That's my take.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there is a new beginning because I have been offered a spot in my friend's office to start a skincare business.
It's hard to hear you, by the way. If you could talk better into the phone so I could hear your audio.
I'm sorry. I had the phone upside down. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have been offered a spot in my friend's office to start a skincare business. And I've been pondering around with that. Is this a good time because of what's going on in the world? And my people going to let me do facials because I don't know. I've just been thinking about it, and I don't know. I've been vacillating back and forth. Is it a good time now?
I would say now's the time to start putting this into action because things are going to start opening up again. Things are going to start dying down. Things are going to move forward. If you had this dream to go forward with it, now would be the timing to work on that.
Okay.
Even if you could delay the actual launching, like get a couple of people in, do a couple of things, do whatever it is, but in terms of launching, wait till May.
Wait until May?
Yeah,
okay.
For your launch.
Okay.
So something about building up for the launch. So that means like marketing yourself, getting word-of-mouth referrals or whatever it is that needs to get through there now. You're going to do that.
Okay.
I'm being told to tell you to focus on that more exclusively through the month of April. Word of mouth. Get your mouth out there. Get your word of mouth referrals out there.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Okay,
Sounds
and that'll be good. And I also get the word strike while the iron's hot, and that feels like May 1st is your start date there with that stuff. May
1st. Okay. Something about that May. Okay. 5 months. Okay.
You know, it's interesting too when numbers come through in dreams. Like I wrote down your numbers. I had 98516 and 533, and I feel like when I was saying that, as I looked down on the paper, the 5 and the 5 kind of resonate with May. I know it's reading deeply into what you gave me, but sometimes signs happen for a reason, and there might be synchronicity even with you calling into the show and having me look at the numbers that you gave me ahead of time, kind of thing.
You said the numbers resonate with you?
They do. And I think they're resonating with me to tell you what I'm picking up about it being in May to start your full launch. Get your word of mouth referrals out there, and don't look negatively at now's not the time. It is the time.
Okay.
You know, your thoughts are
love
things.
That.
So your thoughts are things. And I'm borrowing that from other people I know, like Neopositivity and other people I work with. But thoughts are things. Thoughts are real. So if you think to yourself, should I do this? It may not be the time. And even though you're in the process of putting the sign up, when you're thinking that doubt could then sow uncertainty into, at least how I feel, it could sow uncertainties into larger things. So you've got to, like with this new opportunity I'm talking about, I'm not only talking about when I get this opportunity, I'm already talking about when I get this opportunity, I'm going to be the best at it I've ever been. I'm going to be the most pronounced at it. Like I have all these positive thoughts I'm coming up with to kind of solidify it. And that's just the law of attraction. So my recommendation is keep everything positive and just be very forceful that you want it to start in your mind for May and launch yourself and get yourself out there and do everything you physically possibly can do to get yourself marketed.
Well, do you see the person that offered me this space, is he's going to be okay to deal with? Because sometimes
I think you are going to get it. I think you will. I think he will be. It depends on how you deal with each other. How will you deal with him? As long as you're a good paying, renter, sublessee, working hard, it's not going to be like any problems with him.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's good. I know sometimes people, once you're around them all the time, most of the time, it turns out to
only
be
if
like,
you let them.
They're not who I thought they were.
But you know what? Part of that's what we put out there too. You could go into it thinking that, and I have friends who have amazing relationships with somebody, and then the relationship sours because the friend thinks, "What if this person's not trustworthy? What if this?" And then it already starts sowing seeds of uncertainty and doubt. And the next thing you know,
all that in it.
And you don't want to put any of that out there.
Okay.
So,
okie dokie.
All right.
Good
Great.
luck.
Thank you.
Jason.
Thanks for calling.
I will.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, we have an 863. Hi, 863. Welcome to the show. This is Jason Zook. May I have your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Jason. This is Julia. I'm calling you from Florida, over by Disney.
Hi, Julia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's your question?
Well, my mother and I have been talking about her possibly moving down here to live with me. She would be moving from Ohio, maybe October, November time frame. Okay. And I wanted to see kind of any insights around that. Or
September, I see your mom moving. You said by October, November. I feel like it might be a couple weeks earlier than that. It's not a negative thing. It's just moving down before the weather gets crazier. There's going to be certain things that unfold that let her come down earlier, a couple weeks earlier at least. I see it going positively. I don't see a lot of hang-ups with it.
Okay. And do you feel this will be good for both of us? A good,
It's like setting those boundaries with each other is always good, but I do think it'll go well as long as you respect each other's boundaries with the new life changes.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any insights for me personally, just kind of moving forward?
In terms of your own life and what you have coming up for the summer or what to expect going forward?
Yeah, just anything
I think
coming up for me.
Yeah. You're going to have some positive change, but it's going to come towards May. Like right now, between now and May, things are going to be basically the same in terms of what you've been going through, but I don't see it getting worse at all. And I don't see, and when I say worse, I mean just the adjusting to things or having to deal with certain situations in your life. There have been certain things that have been brought into your life that have been more stressful than you expect them to be. And I don't think that that's going to perpetuate into May and beyond. I think there's something coming out of all of this that's going to be beneficial for you towards the summer where you're going to feel more at peace before your mom comes down to move. You'll be pretty much ready for her to come down fully.
Oh, good.
There might be some odds and ends that are at work. Like right now, you may feel a little uneasy because you might have some what I feel are unresolved odds and ends or there's certain things that get settled and resolved and put away kind of thing, the words I get. So whatever it is, you dispel of negativity. There's good things coming up. And I feel like you're more at peace by the fall than you've been before in the last 2 years or so.
Yay. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for some positive change. I just need that. So
am I. Trust me, it's coming. It's like, how much longer are we going to be like this? No, it gets better.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets better.
Yeah, awesome. Wonderful.
You also you have new people coming into your life as friends, or you're going to have more stuff coming up for yourself than where you've been the last 6 months or so.
Oh, good. That's wonderful news. Thank you.
You'll be better too. And I also see your health improving too. Whatever has been stressing you health-wise, you're going to have improvements in that.
Oh, wow. That's always good news. Really good
I don't know
news.
if it's like
awesome.
I don't know if it's something with like aching joints or pain, but I feel like you have some things that bother you on occasion with your discomfort. But I feel like going forward, you're going to have you're almost going to feel like you're 10 years younger. I don't want to make you sound like you're any older, but I feel like you're going to feel energetic and stuff before your mom even gets there.
Oh, awesome. That's wonderful news. Well, I'm sneaking up on 60 this year, so feeling 10 years younger. It's like, woo, yay.
Listen,
I'll take
you know
that.
what? I'm 45. Nice to meet you. I don't feel 45. I feel 25. And you know what? You're turning 30, right? Yeah, I know it sounds crazy to think that way in our minds, but I'll tell you something. Being 45 and being 59 or whatever it is, it's numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, are you on page 48 or 59? Oh, I'm on page 59 in my life book. What about you? If you look at your life as being in a page in the book, and pages in a book are just numbers that you turn through and move past, and you are the same person, consistently the same. It's just your book changes, which is your body, but your mind and your soul are all the same. Then to me, age isn't really going to be such a hindrance in our lives. I know we got to slow down a little bit from time to time, but I just see you not having to worry about a lot of things when you start going forward from here on out.
Whew. Well, that's a relief. That's really wonderful. And I love that analogy of a book and just being on a different page. That's a great way to think about it. It really is.
If you think about it with that kind of a mindset, then you're not going to let these what they call time frame birthdays or milestone birthdays. Yeah. I remember when I turned 30. Oh my God, that's 15 years ago. When I was 30, I felt like I was getting old. I look now at my 30-year-old self. I would laugh at myself. I would totally laugh at myself now, saying you have no idea what you're talking about. And when I have younger friends who I mentor and they tell me that they're at their quarter life crisis at 25. I'm like, I understand you have anxiety and stress, but don't relate it to your age. Don't relate it to your age. Relate it to the variables that work in your life, but not your age.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I called in. That was really uplifting. I appreciate that.
Oh, no. Thank you. Right. It's uplifting for me as well. And I appreciate you supporting the show. Thanks for thinking of us.
Oh, thank you. All right. Take care.
Bye. Okay. I have a 727.
Hi, Jason.
727. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
How's it
Jason.
going?
It's Jill from Florida. How are you?
Hey, Jill. Welcome to the show. Do you have a question for us?
Thank you.
And thank you for calling.
Yeah, that was a great reading. I love the analogy of the age. That was fabulous. Okay, so I really like that. I'm going to remember that. That was great. So could you tell me what you see for my career in the next few months coming up?
Changes, transitions and changes. Don't get wrapped up in the office politics of things. I literally see something with a situation presenting itself where you're involved in a he said or she said situation. Meaning someone's going to say you said X and you're going to say no, I said Y. And they're going to try to paint you in a negative light. So don't let them. Don't even go there. When you're at work, just focus on what's the task at hand and don't get involved in anything outside of work-related events for the next 2 months. Meaning, if someone's trying, I see someone specifically trying to, literally the word I got is dig up something or create drama, create drama, just shaking things up. Someone who's very frustrated with the work environment is going to try to make things negative for not only you but 3 other people. There's somebody's trying to shake it up. And I'm being told to tell you that the way you weather that is not to play into the shake-up. Don't play into anyone who comes at you or tries to say something or privately tries to get you to say something on the side. Oh, just tell me your opinion. I won't say anything to anyone. If someone starts a sentence like that, just say, no, I'm not at liberty to say anything right now. I have no opinions on this topic. I'm just here to work.
Okay, and do you see me changing my position, like where I work?
I think by July,
but at the same company.
You have a very good shot at making a change in your personal workspace in July.
Okay. Do you think it'll be with the same company?
Well, you may have an opportunity to have another job from the outside, and they may try to match something on the inside with you. Whether or not they match the increase in pay that you'd get somewhere else, it's hard for me to tell you if you're going to take it or not, because that's more you deciding if it's something you want to accept. I feel like you have a good possibility of saying to them, I found a new opportunity. They're offering me blank and better blank, and then them trying to come back and make a counter offer to you to keep you.
Yeah, but I never liked those counter offers because they should have done something for you that's my philosophy. When you were there.
I see playing out here. I see that playing out here. I don't see you entertaining the counter offer. I think you're going to really make up a mindset by then that you decide that for you, you're better off taking the new opportunity. I think I'm not trying to portray negativity in your work environment, but I think you're going to just be fed up with the minutia of things.
Okay, because I really like the company I work for. It's just without I had no say. They switched me to another position back in October, and I don't like it. It's on the phones all day long, and it's not what I work for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just get you getting drained when you're home. After you do this all day, you're drained by the time you get home. And it's like, if I wanted to do this type of work. Yeah, right. But if you, when I say get home, I mean when you're done with the clock because of the old-fashioned.
Right.
But I literally see you being exhausted, like more drained than you need to be with this type of position, and that's what I think is going to be an indicator for you that you realize that there's better opportunities potentially out there. Not everything stems on this one job, this one company. That's the kind of feeling I see between now and July, you kind of going through. So if you were to look at new jobs, I feel like more is going to become available as we get into the spring and summer. And I feel like by then you're going to be literally looking at your situation and saying, you know what, I might do something else instead. There's more opportunities out there kind of thing. Something like that. But by the time July comes around, you're not going to be upset when you make that decision. It's literally going to be you making the decision to do this because you want to.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, we have a 718.
Hello.
Hi, 718. Welcome to the show. This is Jason.
Hey,
May I have your name? And
My name is Ryan Ford. Remember I talked to you about my college and the guy, someone that might come into my life in August? Well,
I won't remember things that far away. I'm sorry.
Well,
go ahead.
That will get the news between late this month and early April.
Okay. I have a lot of callers. I'm sorry, sir. But yeah, what's your? Did you get updated news, or you having a question? What's your question?
Well, the updated news about the college the program in college I applied for or something, because I told you about it last week.
I remember that. Yeah, I do. Okay. What's your question?
Yeah. What day will I hear from them?
For me to tell you a specific day like that, I don't want to jeopardize. First off, a psychic to predict dates and times specific. I think it's more reckless unless I get that independently in a reading. I don't just pick up a day and a time. Like at 5 o'clock on Friday, you're going to hear from them.
Okay.
There's a lot of human factors at work there. Timing doesn't work that perfectly for us. I wish it did. Trust me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Do you have a specific question about something else?
Well, the same thing, the same two things, about the update, not the Pacific day, but I'm still waiting to hear back from the college,
Sure, and I know that they're probably still in their process right now. I feel like they're. Have you communicated with them in the last 3 days, 4 days?
Well,
so today's Monday. That'd be Thursday or Friday.
Well, Friday I left one of them a message, but that's all I did because I didn't want to be a nuisance,
Yeah, no, I understand that. Do you believe a lot in manifestation stuff, law of attraction, that kind of stuff? Have you ever studied the law of Have you ever studied the law of attraction or manifestation or anything like that? Visualizing for yourself? The reason I bring that up is while you're right now waiting to hear back from them, there's a theory with the law of attraction, which I buy into and I subscribe to. Vision boards, law of attraction. Anytime you're sitting there intensely thinking and waiting and intensely thinking, when are they going to contact me? When am I going to hear from them? That thinking intensely and waiting like that could actually delay things sometimes if you're looking at it with anxiety and fear. So what I would say is instead of that, envision yourself with positive, outcomes. Think of yourself as when you're getting this and prepare yourself in the meantime for what you're going to do in the meantime in your life. Because right now, it's kind of like that's out of your hands at the moment. And the only thing you can do is kind of like prepare yourself mentally, psychologically, and everything else. But one of the things to do is not to sit there. And trust me, what I'm telling you, I've done. I've spent a good amount of time thinking of things intensely and realizing sometimes it delays things out or could potentially as compared to, and it also makes you more uncomfortable while you're waiting to see what's going on. But I think you can make more positive use of your time if you were to envision yourself and learn how to manifest in your mind that you are going to get these opportunities. They are going to be contacting you. That kind of thing and working on the positive stuff in your life in the meantime as compared to waiting and worrying.
Okay.
Because waiting and worrying doesn't do anything.
Okay, that's fine. And the last thing, you said something about someone that I'm going to be interested in with some man in Greek descent in August or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about that? I mean, whatever I told you back then is what I told you. It's what I pick up on in a moment when I read. So.
Okay. Where I'm going to meet this person?
Well, have you made any efforts to meet anyone yet? Because I don't think you really have been actively looking yet. I think you will do more of that as you get past these barriers and hurdles in your life. You're going to be more comfortable and more secure by May. So when would hinge on when you're going to actually put yourself out there to be more proactive. Are you going to meet someone sitting on your couch? I don't think so. I think if you put yourself out there and make more of an effort, you will. But the timing's going to start from the time frame when you begin that.
I get it. Okay, thank you. So I shouldn't. So I'm gonna go now. But the thing I shouldn't be worried about is I'm gonna get a positive phone call about the college.
I feel good about the college. I would just say, for you, it's kind of like mapping your future. If you've turned in everything on the application and process and you're waiting to hear about it, and you know that they're still in the process of reviewing applications or making decisions, it's hard to go through the days and think. When is this going to, trust me, I know what that feels like. I'm sure most of the people in the audience know what that feels like. I would say going forward, think in your mind what you're going to, what do you want to accomplish in the next couple of weeks until you find out something. There's other things you can work on and focus on. I do see positive outcomes coming forward for you. That's what I do see.
Okay, good for you. All right, good for me. Sorry. All right, thank you so much. And I'll probably call you next month with an update.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Okay, we have about 24 minutes left, so I'm going to see who I can call. Let's see, 919. Hi, 919. Welcome to the show. This is your name.
Thank you.
And where are you calling
My name is Kay.
Hi.
My name is Kay, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Kay from Atlanta. What's your question?
Actually, I'm torn between two, but I think I will do the one that's probably heaviest on my heart. My girlfriend and I got in an argument on last Monday, and things have definitely been strained, and just trying to see how soon things will get back to healthy with us.
Okay. Can I have her name?
Denise,
okay. When you ask that question, first thing I get is stubbornness around her or you. When I read energy, I just get stubbornness in the argument.
Both of us.
Stubbornness in the disagreement, okay?
Yeah.
You know she loves you. I see the love. I feel the love in her heart is strong. I think there's miscommunication and uncertainty between where you two are trying to work certain things out and certain issues that keep cropping up over and over again. And I feel like that just takes some care and some time to communicate better. If you do that, you're going to be able to get through a lot of this. But it's got to be taking the time to sit down and have that opportunity of communicating. But here's the other aspect of that. I see timing as different in how you two fight, and I'm going to say what I mean by this. Sometimes there's someone you argue with, and that person wants to get everything off their chest right away so they don't have to sit there and linger with it, and they want to know what the other person's thinking right away. And then there's someone else, or there could be another type of person who doesn't like that at all. And, in fact, that's the worst thing you could do to them is literally come at them right after you have the argument erupt.
Yes.
So when you have the difference in timing like that, it's a recipe. Yeah. It's almost like it's like trying to fight a fire with tons of gasoline and just throwing it over and picture those airplanes. You want to settle things down. So here's what I'm going to say. You can settle it down if you change the cycle between the two of you. And what I see for that is literally you taking the time to not let it perpetuate the negativity between the two of you. And I think if you give, is it her that takes the time to process or you that takes the time to process? Because I heard you laughing when I was describing it.
I want to settle right now.
Yeah. Give her the time.
Yeah.
And she is going to I almost think sometimes, does she have sisters? One of you two had sisters that argue and are used to their patterns of arguing.
She has best friend that is like
okay, well, somebody, the reason I bring this up is sometimes
I get
you'll
it.
get
I know
in the
pattern. No. It's her brother. He's gay. And that's them. Oh, my God. Yes, that's them.
Well, what I'll say is this. Sometimes there's patterns in arguments. So if someone had sisters or siblings they argued with, they might bring that into their adult life when they argue again, because if you're calling someone out and making them uncomfortable, the person will kind of go back to when they were a kid and act in that, immature way.
Yes.
And I feel like that's something to understand each other with. In other words, if she needs the extra time to process, she needs that extra time to process. So, one of the best things you could do for each other is say to her, always start it off with, I love you, because she responds well to that, and say, I know we've had a disagreement. I'm going to give you as much time as you need to process this information, but I really would like us to move forward and not be in a problem with one another going forward.
Okay.
If you take those steps, I feel like she's going to come around at some point. But you got to let her come around.
Okay.
There's no fast forward button between the two of you. You can't fast forward her processing time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I guess I just needed to know that it is going to resolve. So, okay.
I think you could. Is there there's an intermediary or somebody you could reach out to? Someone who you're both close with?
I think so. Yes.
Don't be afraid to elicit an intermediary who can help the both of you, because I think that can sometimes defray a lot of the negativity too.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You helped.
Hey, look, I know challenges. I'm not a relationship expert. I just know the challenges with communication and trying to be on the same page with one another, especially when you're in an argument. You love each other. Just remember, you love each other. Remind her that. The more you can remind each other of the love between the two of you, the more likely you will to get past this. Plus, give her she needs that time. She just needs the time.
I know.
And it's not
because I was a
bonehead. That she needs a process. Well,
I know. I was just a bonehead. I was a real bonehead. God, I was.
You'll work things out. I feel comfortable about that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
calling. I'm loving the show. I am loving the show.
Thank you. A new format. I'm trying to do every night, Monday to Thursday, to the best of my ability. So as long as my day job doesn't intercede, I'm definitely doing it as much as I can. And I love doing it. So thank you for supporting the show.
Yes, I will listen in, definitely.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care. Thanks. All right, guys. 18 minutes left. Let's see how many more callers I can get in here. 856, welcome to the show. This is Jason Zook. May I ask your name and where you're calling from and what question you might have?
Sure, it's Rosemaria, and I'm from New Jersey.
Hi, Rosemaria.
How are you?
Rosemaria, where are you calling from in Jersey? What part of Jersey are you
South
calling
Jersey, about 10 minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia.
Okay. I'm from the North Jersey originally, so I always ask that question when somebody calls in from the state. But what's your question for us, Maria?
Is a long-term relationship coming in for me, or is it too late, or is it over? If that makes sense.
Well, when you say too late,
my patience running out, so.
Are you talking about an existing situation, or you mean just in general?
In general, because at this point I'm like, it's not happening, and I'm thinking it's not going to happen. If that makes sense.
Well, let me ask you. I'm not saying this just because I want to read for you, but are you talking about for yourself in general moving forward, or are you talking about a current example of a situation that you're in? I just need to make sure I specify that.
I let him go. It's him.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to let go of me, if that makes sense. So it's like I disappeared. He knows I disappeared. He knows where I'm at, but I let it go.
How do you
fix that? Makes sense? Huh?
Well, I'm a perpetual optimist when it comes to affairs of the heart, and I always feel like if you're calling the show and ask, and if you're calling the show to ask about somebody, there's a reason, there's an energy and an intention there, and letting someone go isn't the intention, more likely than not. And trust me, I am one that calls other psychics and asks about my love life too, so I understand what that feels like. I'll say this. You can't always
I let him. At this point, Fred, I known him. We've known each other over 40 years, so he knows me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm fine with being friends, and I let it go. He's in one country, I'm in another. I go back and forth because that's my other country.
But you still
that makes sense. My other home. Huh?
Do you still feel like you have any dreams about this person, or do you feel their energy during the day?
I do feel him around. I know he's around me. So I know that it's fine. I appreciate him protecting me. I know there's a reason for that.
Well, there's a connection. It's a connection. It's not just your 3D connection, as I call it. It's not, or anyone calls it. It's not you're not just an acquaintance when you run into each other at the grocery store and you exchange numbers and you never called each other. There's more here to the history between the two of you than that, and there's a relevance to why you're thinking about him right now. Now, does that mean that you're going to reach out to each other in the very near future? It's hard to tell, but I do think he has some energy within him that he does want to reconcile in the sense of working things out from the past and any misperceptions or negativity that lingers between you two. Because of the history between you, I think that's going to be something I see coming up. Now, how you're going to respond to that is going to be all on you, and whether or not you expect to have a reconnection and talking as friends and going forward. I do see connection going forward as friends. Just more of that depends on the both of you and the timing of when he reaches out and when that's going to be for you in your life. But I don't see this as a end all. I don't see this as an ending or disconnect. I don't see the word disconnect. I see the opposite. I see a reconnect. I see opportunity for talking further and further connecting going forward towards the fall, possibly.
Towards the fall, yeah, because right now I'm in between carriers and stuff, and he can't get a hold of me that way, but he can get a hold of me at the house, if that makes sense.
Well, there could be a way that he can get a hold of you through something, because I see him being able to get a hold of you somehow. Whether or not you don't think he could, he can.
Yeah, that's true.
Look,
yeah, that's. I can't think much about it, but I know what you mean.
That's okay. I am just going to tell you, I understand 100%. I know the feeling of liking somebody and the person's not available for you, and you just got to kind of figure out what you're going to do with your life, and you're like, but there's so much history. What does this mean? And then you kind of look at it, and in my situation, it wasn't a lot of history, but the connection was so real that you can't ignore those things. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. Is I see the connection. And, when you call into the show and you're asking me about him, the connection's there. I also feel like he thinks about you as much as you may, more than you realize. And that's something good to keep in mind.
Opposite. Yeah, he tells me the opposite.
Of course he's going to tell you the opposite, because he doesn't want to be vulnerable and get hurt.
Yeah, everybody got hurt. I got hurt. He did. So it's not only us. You know what I mean? Everybody
Others got hurt too.
One way or another.
I think other people got hurt too. There's more than two of you. But I'm going to say going forward, there's positive stuff coming up. Life-changing things that are good.
Right.
And what I mean by that is the way you're looking at it today, you're not going to be looking at it in the future. It might be, I said the fall, right? 5 months down the road.
Yeah, and I was supposed to go back. I'm, like, debating at this point with the COVID and all that stuff, and I'm, like, holding back.
Things are changing within 5 months. So it might be the COVID thing lets up. Something changes in 5 months. If it's May and 5 months is August, I keep getting 5 months. I keep getting August. There's going to be a time when you reconnect by then. It could be sooner.
Yeah, right now they're on. Yeah, we hope, because I know they're on lockdown again. So that we're.
Yeah, I know.
I can say we're in the red zone right now. So.
Yeah.
I can go in and out as I please because I have the passport. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I can go in and out. A lot of people that don't have it, we can go in, and then people that don't have the passport for a year can't come here. That makes sense. It's weird.
Yeah. No worries. I'm just saying in 5 months' time you're gonna have some clarity on things.
Cool. Yeah, and that was another question too, because with me.
Is it related to this one? Yeah.
I don't think so. It's like
I'm trying to keep things. Close because I have a few more callers I still want to call before the end of the show in 11 minutes or 12 minutes. So I wanted to make sure I took your
how can
Go ahead. What's your?
It's like how can I tell like what's in front of me, like what, you know what I mean? It's like for me it's like because I know I'm intuitive.
What do you mean by that?
And it's like
you mean intuition-wise, to grow your intuition?
Right, like what's in front of me, like if that's the right one, or like somebody new came in.
Well,
like I met a new.
One of the things you can.
Guy last month.
You just gotta. You
know what I mean.
You gotta pay attention to. You gotta pay attention to the signs that are in front of your life, and you gotta be open to them, and you gotta receive that. The more you meditate, and the more you're open to things, and the more you receive information, you don't doubt it. If the answer to your question is how can I be more intuitive, I will say don't doubt yourself. The less you doubt yourself, and the more you're in tune with information, and allow yourself to say, this isn't from my five senses, this is from something else, and I know that's not just something to dispel of. That's when you can gain confidence. And once you realize that, that's how you'll learn to be more intuitive over time.
Gotcha. Cool. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
You too.
All right. Great. I don't want to rush callers. We have 10 minutes left. Well, I would say a little under 10, and I do have several callers. Let me see. I have an 813 here. Let me take this one. Hi, 813. Welcome to the show. This is Jason Zook.
Hi, Jason. It's Tara.
Hi, Tara. Welcome to the show.
How are
you?
Going?
I'm good. I'm
it's
good.
Going.
Thank you for.
I'm calling in tonight for advice.
Okay.
I am calling to find out if I will ever get married.
Yes. I got the word yes on that. And you're going to be busy first with yourself, but that does come when you're ready to have it happen. It's all about timing in terms of your life. there's a timing to that. It's not just when you expect it to be. It's got to be when you're ready for it. And when you're ready for it means ready on all levels, not just I have somebody I want to marry. Let me be ready. There's something about it, I'm being told to tell you to like map it out more than you've thought about it.
Mhm. Okay.
I do see it on the horizon for you, but I feel like it's going to be more when you're like more established for yourself. There's things that you're doing right now to lay down the foundation for things, and I feel like within 2 to 3 years, could be sooner, but I feel like that would be the time frame I'm getting for some reason.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you, Tara.
Of course, always.
All right. Thanks. I love Tara. She was on the show last week, and she's an amazing person. And if any of you have not reached out to her, definitely check out her information, Tara Floyd. It's in my show notes from last Monday's show, and I will have her on again as well. Absolutely. Let me see. I got 216 here. Hi, 216. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jason. I didn't think I'd get on.
What's your name?
Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. And where are you calling from?
Ohio.
Okay. And what is your question for me?
Well, this Thursday at 10:30 a.m., I have my first meeting with the regional manager. She's doing it with everyone. It's not just me. But I want to see how that's going to turn out. It's just for half an hour. It's like a catch-up meeting. But it's the first one I've had since I became permanent. I've been there a year, but they made me permanent in January. How do you feel that's going to turn out? Her name's Joanne.
Yeah, I think it's more of a meet, kind of touch base, meet and greet, kind of, hey, how's it going? How's it been? How do you feel? Orientating, asking you questions about how you've been in the new position for the last 2 months, 3 months. Just want to let you know that these are the things we're going to be doing coming up, and this is that we have as goals. It's kind of an introductory kind of, laying the tone moving forward, that you know that there's an open door and that you'll have people mentoring you or something about you, being evaluated, but these are the things we're looking for. This is the stuff that we want done. It's just one of those kind of meetings. I don't get anything more than that.
Okay, I just wondered about that. So it's going to be positive, because there's a lot of changes coming up at my job.
Yeah, a lot of times we automatically think if somebody wants to meet with us, it's what happened? But no, it's not that. I get positive talks. I get setting down the system for you.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, I hate doing that, but that's part of their job. You know what I mean?
Nah,
you were.
Everyone's uncomfortable with those things. I gotta go meet with my boss on Thursday at 2:00. My mind's gonna wander till then. What am I thinking? And then your boss will tell you, "Oh, we're just gonna have lunch and touch base," and then you're more at ease. Like, oh, okay, good. So I know it's natural to have the mind. Yeah.
Okay. You were very accurate with the question I asked. Was it last week? I think it was last week. I foster dogs
last week,
and Jackson is last week. I know
Jackson. What happened with that?
Oh my God, you've got a good memory. He did. You said a 65%. He got adopted, but you have to understand. I love this dog, and I already have a dog. So if I could adopt him, but if something would happen, I would take him. But I want to ask you. Her name was Wendy. She adopted him. Is it going to work out, or is she going to return him? Tell me the truth.
No, I get her. I get her holding on to him. And I get you getting another dog in the future for yourself. I see you with another dog.
I probably will.
For some reason. You will, because Jackson's going to be happy in this Jackson's in a new home, and now you're going to feel like you feel like this. I don't know if I'm tuning into this right when I tune in energy. You want to make as many dogs happy as you possibly can, as many animals happy as you possibly can. So now that Jackson's
I do horses
like,
too.
okay, there's an energy that's left for another animal, and that's what I see you doing.
I know. I just wanted to make sure Jackson was okay because he was such a good boy. Yeah,
he'll
she's
be fine.
Good,
and I think you'll see that more. There might be posts on a website or something, or you'll see pictures of Jackson.
She gives
in the
me
future,
updates.
That's
well, they have 2 weeks and they can return them, but they have 2 weeks trial. But all right, good. She's happy with them. I know she sent me a positive email this morning. I just want to make sure that's our goal. The 5 girls we do this is to make them keep them. That's, you know what I mean. But I love doing it.
They keep them.
All right, so my job is great.
I see more coming up. Yeah, I see more stuff coming up with your job, positive stuff, just setting the tone, and then I see you getting another animal at some point.
I know. I'm sure I will. It'll be a dog. Jason, thank
It'll
you
be
so
for
much,
you.
okay?
It'll be for you. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, we have a 917 here, too. Let's see. Hi, 917. Welcome to the show. This is Jason Zook. May I ask your name and where you're calling from?
This is Grace, New York. And I would like to know
Grace.
what you for me in terms of my job that I'm doing right now. I've changed it to part-time. And I'm wondering if I will be moved to another place that I prefer more. Am I going to stay here? What do you see in terms of my career development or progress there, please?
Okay, so I got you. You said you went down to part-time, right? And so you're asking, are you going to stay there and move up and get another job, or are you going to get another position in the future? Is that what you're looking for?
Am I going to get a position that I really wanted, like that I'm more, that's more like in alignment with what I'm, experienced in? What is one thing I get is contract-based. Are the positions that they open right now contract-based or not open to full-time employment, or there's a contract that they're going to do in the future to lead to something further? Full-time employee.
Okay. There's something about contract-based position that's being. Let me just see what I'm picking up first, and you can tell me. I get the word about contract-based opportunity. Don't necessarily look at that. Look at your current status, because I felt like they might throw something at you and say, "Oh, we have this," or you might hear about contract-based position opening up. Those words to me, while they could lead to positive things normally, this contract-based position isn't something you're going to want to move over to. So be wary when any job opportunity coming up for you, if there's something advertised as a contract-based position, you should know better than to stay where you're at. Yeah. That's the one thing I'll say immediately.
That's
coming
a
off,
good idea.
Coming off your energy is don't go into any contract-based positions.
Oh, no,
Focus on your current job. I was going to say, focus on your current job, because I do see more opportunities opening up. It's just you being where you're at right now, and I think you have positioned yourself in a good place to get another stable long-term in the company. I feel like you're right now part-time, but I think you'll get more hours going forward. They'll increase the demand of what you're going to need to be doing.
I chose to do part-time. I'm not sure if I can do full-time right now. That's the problem.
You will in the future. There's going to be something with full-time coming, or more hours coming your way towards late summer.
I am kind of like, I thought it was a good idea to go part-time because of some concerns that I had personally. But, maybe I want to do full-time again. If I like it, it won't be so bad,
I just feel like the work conditions improve for you than what they've been in the past. I feel like they've been very exhausting in the past.
Yeah,
extremely exhausting, almost like you're in healthcare or something. But I feel like you're going to get better going forward. It gets more positive. It gets better.
Yeah,
it gets better. It gets a lot better.
Yeah. I think maybe that's
better.
why I did part-time,
Yeah.
All my
you burnt out. You were exhausted and burnt out from things.
I'm not sure about. I was exhausted from all the negative feedback that I was getting.
Yeah.
That was not necessary.
Well, I just think it's going to improve going forward for you. So that's why I see by the late summer you'll think about either getting more hours or doing more work.
Do you see anything for my love life or,
I feel like you've been kind of keeping to yourself the last several months.
Yeah.
I see that reversing as you get into May and June. I think you're going to start thinking going forward again, moving forward, that you kind of want to pick up your life again and have somebody to share your life with. And I see that being very likely and possible. I think it's just you controlling that in terms of timing and going forward. So from my vantage point looking at it, there's something about you going forward that you're going to say to yourself, you know what? It's almost like when you make your mind up on something, you make things happen in your life. Like, okay, I'm ready to go talk to other people now. And next thing you know, you're like talking to three people to communicate and see who is going to be somebody you want to kind of get to know better. I'm not saying that's exactly how it goes, but There's good
opportunity. No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. It's just been extraordinarily fat because I've been so attached to this one guy that's never going to happen, and I keep attaching to him when I'm single, I don't have a boyfriend, and I go back to him and he has nothing.
Yeah. I feel like this person plays like a game there too. So if you want to play the game and go around the board,
he can't even
play his
help
game.
it. He can't even help
there's residual. There's residual. Well, that's all he knows. He's comfortable with playing the game. He's hard to let his emotions come down.
Yeah. Well, he's just commitment phobic. He goes for the unavailable person too, just like me.
And self-sabotages. And then self-sabotages when it becomes possibly something more. Yeah.
Sorry?
I feel like he could even self-sabotage things when he gets close to somebody. He kind of either freezes up or doesn't know how to move forward with certain things. And so, I'm not villainizing him for playing a game. I think he's got to get past that if there's going to ever be anything more between the two of you. But right now, I just don't see that happening until either you give way and he changes his viewpoints, or he gives way and changes his viewpoints. There's not going to be anything right now.
Exactly. Not right now, though. No, I've let it go. I'm moving on.
But I don't always say move on, too, because people could change in the future. You just don't know.
Well, yeah.
I do see him reaching out in the future.
For the moment, this is not what I want. For the moment, I told him
I
blocked him, and then I'm looking for so-and-so, not so-and-so, but so. And if he can measure up to that, there's opportunity. Correct. Of course, he knows where to find me. There's email.
You're going to have that.
Somebody wants to find you.
You're going to have that in your life again. You're going to have love in your life again. It's just a matter of when you're ready for it. I think you are ready for it going into the summer, and I think you will see something else come your way.
This time. Yeah, I'm doing different things this time. I just can't I can't leave it up to myself because I obviously don't know what I'm doing. But if I get some more support around it, I can actually learn how others have done it, and I could do the same.
I see good things.
A technique for everything, There's a technique and
trying to figure out moving forward how we get through all the stuff we've been through going forward next and seeing where we go next. And that's what I think a lot of us are trying to figure out. But I do see you having that become very – I see you figured out more than you realize you figured out. You may not give yourself the credit for it, but you have. You figured out a lot about yourself. You figure a lot about what you want. You have a lot about what you are going forward. You may not always feel that way, but it's there.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's a lot of growth you've made.
You've made a lot of growth. The core. Definitely.
Absolutely.
No, thanks so
You've
much.
put a lot of the work in. You've laid a lot of the foundation for yourself. So you've put a lot of work in for yourself. You've laid a lot of foundation, the groundwork, emotional work, and everything else. That going forward, you're not going to be taking people's crap. You're going to be able to spot someone trying to play a game with you a mile away, and you're not going to deal with it. That's the good news.
Yeah, that's what it is. Why bother? That's actually I probably won't even attract that because they'll be scared to see it.
I just think going forward you have more options than you realize. That's what I see.
Yeah, more options.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to a new chapter because I don't like this chapter anymore. I'm done with this chapter.
Change the page.
Turn
the page. Change the page.
Can I ask you one more question, which is kind of important too? Do you see?
If it's a short one,
go
ahead. Because I'm winding down the show. Go ahead. What's your last
question? I don't know if you're health intuitive, but I'm wondering if you see anything about my hair on my head. It's been shedding a lot lately. I'm just wondering if you see anything that I could do or not do, or any advice.
Suggestion or advice would be to make an appointment with someone who's a specialist in it and see what you can do for supplements and vitamins and what type of care they recommend. There's a lot of those kind of things out there that you can look into. And I think some of it for you is stress-induced. I do think you'll stop the shedding of it. I think that'll reverse itself over the long run, but I think you might want to get something to treat it better.
Well, I'm doing that already. Somebody's helping me with that. So I'm just going to go with him. He does herbal supplements, and he's trying to help me cleanse.
You might need to do something a little more medical than that in the long run.
Oh, medical? Okay.
I get FDA approved. FDA approved are the words I get. So don't be diving into areas that you don't know what they could do for the rest of the body. You could take something and it could put some hormones out of whack. You want to get checked by a doctor and see what they can do for you.
Okay, got it. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, blessings. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. I just want to thank everybody for calling into the show tonight, and I appreciate the support that we've gotten from everyone this evening. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. If anyone has any questions, you can reach out to me at info@D, socialpsychicradio.com. And thank you so much. Until next time, stay positive. When you stay positive, anything's possible. Do that.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Social Psychic Radio Show. Don't forget to join us for another episode next time. If you enjoyed the show, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give us a review on iTunes. You can also check us out on Facebook, and don't forget to visit the Social Psychic YouTube channel. Until next time, it's a big world out there. Keep an open mind, embrace your paradigms, and know that the universe is always yours to explore. Are you looking for that perfect gift to express your appreciation for your loved one or bestie? Well, look no further. Royal Susie offers one-of-a-kind designs with genuine high-quality crystals, stones, and the most precious of metals that are guaranteed to satisfy the urges of your inner king or queen. Each piece is handcrafted with love and is sure to inspire and captivate all. Indulge yourself by visiting Royal Susie's website at www.royalsusie.com for splendid items like agate bookends, impressively crystal-studded bottle stoppers, and beautifully handcrafted nightlights that will charm every room in your home. Royal Susie's featured collections will truly delight your guests and always make them feel welcome. Any questions? Contact Royal Susie directly by email at royalsusiedesigns@yahoo.com.